What's up, guys? Welcome into the Funshop Podcast with Greg and Ronnie. We're streaming to you live from Los Angeles, California. What's up, Greg? How you feeling today?
I'm good, man. I'm just pumping up my mayonnaise.
Pumping up mayonnaise. Sounds like a fun Wednesday to me.
Yeah, remember,
Jeez.
I think I had said like couple weeks ago I got like a giant like advertising mayonnaise piece. All right, maybe I'm done. Maybe I did it enough.
Anyway, today is Wednesday, April 8th, episode 40, I think. Episode 40, Funshop Podcast. We got...
Look at that.
Let me...
Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Made for giant people to eat a whole jar or three. You can be a mayonnaise dude. That's it. That's a pretty, I mean, you could.
That'll be a good cut.
I mean, I know I have a big head, but like you could see how big this is compared to my head.
Yeah. For those of for anyone just listening doesn't have the audio, we got what is that, like a 2 foot, 2.5 foot
I think
blow
it's like
up
a 2
Hellman's
foot blow up.
advertisement. Yeah,
2 foot blow up Hellman's Real Mayonnaise.
Looked like it'd be a store display, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, very cool. For those unfamiliar, Hellman's is the best foods brand on
the East Coast.
Yeah, I think the even on the jar it says east of the Mississippi. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm like kind of a sucker for
Hellman's
like advertising pieces.
I'm a sucker for mayonnaise.
Yeah, when I ate like real mayonnaise, I was definitely a Hellman's guy.
Yeah, Hellman's. I never go for Miracle Whip. I know some people are divided on the Kewpie. The Asian, the Japanese mayo.
I mean, that's like a sweeter mayo, right?
Yeah, a little sweeter, and of course, they got the fancy people that they only like aioli.
Yeah, that's just like the fancy word for that. Like all that stuff started from. It was like the Food Network, like Top Chef. Remember?
Of course, yeah.
Because like we're all watching that, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do like a reduction, like a foam reduction, and like all this stuff," and you were like, "Ooh, what's aioli? It sounds exotic." Yeah,
it's mayo.
Or
like what's the carrot sticks is like crudité, or the carrot and celery sticks.
Crudité.
Yeah, got me, man.
No, I don't know. It's just like that's me.
It's like they're un-Americanizing things, right? Like the French fries, they're pommes frites now.
Freedom fries.
Freedom fries.
Well, I mean, French cuisine is like supposedly the bedrock for like fine dining, right?
I mean, because they threw the most butter. They cook with all the butter, and it tastes good.
Yeah.
And
Butter's pea scotch.
I don't know. So, how's your weekend?
Weekend was good. I was, I've been like organizing. I'm working on a few more auctions this year with Potter. We have another punk auction coming up in August. And then in October, we're actually doing like a UFO auction. And again, when I say like punk, it's sort of like how it was before. It's kind of like life. Like there'll be, there will be punk rock stuff, but there'll just be like counterculture stuff and, weird things. And then the UFO auction is going to be in lieu of the show that we were supposed to have, like the art show.
Right.
But all that stuff is still going to go on the auction. A lot of David Huggins original pieces.
Lovely.
And books and paper and other weird things. We're trying to get like some other really cool stuff. It will also have probably like a coal and like anything that's sort of outer worldly.
Right.
Like cults, the occult.
Heck yeah.
Supernatural. I'm going to put a time machine in the auction. I have a real time machine.
I was going to borrow that one and get some lottery numbers.
I mean, hey, dude, we could use it before. We should take DMT and then time travel.
I'm down. Add it to the list. Heck yeah.
So I was just here. I was like on Saturday, I was just like here in my office working on that. And then Sunday was PCC. Man, I made a decision this last PCC. I think that's the last PCC I'm going to sell out unless I have... unless I do two things. One, I realized I either have to do like blowout stuff where I'm selling good stuff at cheap prices, or like I think I just need to make like a table that just says like everything $5 or everything $10, because I just feel like the customer that comes there, apart from the early morning customer, is just like not very, I don't want to say it, like it's just they're not very educated. Like they're not coming to like look for any. I feel like they're just coming to kind of browse.
Okay.
And if they see something, and it's like you kind of have to like spoon feed them, like I also think like the people there are like some people are very like touchy, but then like a lot of people are like even scared to walk up to the table, because I guess maybe they're like they don't want to ask the price. But if you're just say like, oh, everything's $5, then there's just like no,
right.
There's no arguing, there's no like back and forth.
That might be still a little bit. You know how people are.
Yeah.
But generally, no.
Well, it's funny because I had some like I think it was like the LA Times issue of like Japan surrendering, and I found one and I had it like on a table, and like guy's like, how much is that? And I was like $5, and he's like, will you take 4? And I said yes. No, I know. I said yes, and then my friend that was with me got really pissed off, and I was like, yeah, I wasn't thinking at the time. And it was really annoying.
Yeah,
I was just like,
imagine.
That's terrible.
Yeah. The worst was like I had all this like vintage medicine bottles out,
right?
And like nothing I had was expensive. Like mostly everything was like $2 to $5. And this girl comes up and she's like with her friend, and they're looking at this like old medicine bottle, probably from like I don't know, like the 20s or 30s. It was like a box, and she's like looking at it and stuff, and then like. I'm waiting. I should have just said something like, oh, hey, that's $5 if you want it. But I didn't say, I was just letting her do her thing. And then like her mom comes up and she's like, oh, that's cool. Are you going to buy that? And she's like, no, I'm just looking at it. And then they spent like another 5 minutes like picking everything up and looking at it. And I was just kind of like annoyed. So I was like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to like, I think like me saying nothing is the right thing.
Yeah. People like the window shop.
Yeah.
People like the window shop.
But
right? Window shopping's free.
The thing that I realized though is that if instead of because the one thing I did learn about PCC is like I'm giving away some like intel. Or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm sure people do it, but like the thing I realized about setting up there was like later in the day I would still find stuff.
Okay.
And I realized it's because most people are coming like it's like most of the hardcore people are like out of there by like 9:30, 10.
Yeah,
I'd say.
Yeah.
So the people coming after that, they don't really, they're not really looking maybe for the same things. And plus, a lot of people don't get set up too late because they also have the lottery system there.
Okay.
So there's people setting up until like, I think like 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why we always do another round too.
Right.
Yeah. So, so it's like kind of one of those things where I just was like, what's the point of me staying there till 3 o'clock where like after like 11, I'm lucky to make $5, or like, I'm just trying to give stuff away. So I was like, I just need to stay there till like 11.
You're right.
So that's what I kind of learned. But I did, I had fun. I ran into my buddy Shark Tooth, who's like an artist that I hadn't seen in a while.
That's crazy.
Remember him?
Yeah, I knew him before I knew him because at the Chinese restaurants, he used to like tag him up. And I was like, who's tagging Shark Tooth?
So yeah, he was there. And so I got to talk to him and... it was cool, man. I have like my flea market friends, I was like hanging out with Randy and my friend Leonard, and we were just like all talking.
Randy's cool.
Yeah, Randy's awesome.
And actually, we didn't even talk about even before the weekend, did we? Because after last week on Thursday, we did a day trip to Las Vegas real quick. I don't know if we should talk about that because that was kind of like a 2-man like real quick day trip back and forth.
Yeah,
picked up a few items.
So that week after that Thursday after our last show. We drove out to Vegas. I think we left around
like 7.
7.
Just before 7.
6, 7. Stupid.
Stop by what was that? SEMA or SEMA stop?
That's how you know we're old.
I know, right?
We just happened to stop by the SEMA with the date shakes. I just had to give him a shout.
Oh yeah. You should just put Charlie in the view.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have Charlie here from fleacon.
Yeah, let's bring
What's up, Charlie?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, he should just be. I mean, he's just coming to promote his show.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's not like he's
Shameless
like he might as well
plug.
be in the conversation.
Shameless
Yeah.
plugging.
Because he's I'm sure he sees all types of people at the market.
Well, here's the thing. Like, you'd be surprised because a lot of the people that you deal with in the beginning, you personally, they want your stuff. And you probably gave them a good deal.
Right.
But that second wave after 9:30, 10, that's where all the money's at, and you'd be surprised. That's where all my money comes in.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that don't know, that knew from 5:30 to 9, that crowd's cool. but they want to bargain too.
Sure. Yeah, that's more like the dealer.
The 9:30 to 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
They'll spend money because they want to learn.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you're there to teach them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you have a lot of knowledge and you have a lot of dope stuff.
Right.
So if they pick something up and that girl that was looking at it at that medicine display, whatever it was, if you would have talked to them and said, look, this is from the 1930s.
Yeah.
And blah, 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 and sold the item, you would have sold it for more than $5. You probably would have got $15-$20 on it.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
because of that conversation.
Right.
And I believe you, especially you're more about the conversation and the story behind stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what you're there for.
You know, I think what it is too, and like that's something that's interesting because I feel like, you know, I think it was also my fault because I don't feel like I came correct this past weekend. You know, a lot of what I had, like I didn't, because we went to Vegas and like because I had other stuff going on, I didn't have a lot of time to like pull stuff, so I was kind of doing it last minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's also why, you know, like when I was like, I've been kind of doing Rose Bowl here and there, and at Rose Bowl, I've been a little more particular about what I've been bringing, just because I know that the crowd there, like they like art and they like bigger things.
But don't underestimate your audience.
No, you're right.
Believe
you're totally right about that.
Don't, because like I'm telling you, the people that do know, they'll appreciate. But the people that don't know are there to learn, and they love it.
Sure.
Because I'm always learning shit, and those people I'm always teaching them whatever I know, and then it just goes around, and they'll spend money.
Yeah.
Believe me, I try to, you know, I'll stay there till the wheels fall off.
Right.
Because I want to make that extra $20-$30, and I do.
Yeah. No, I mean, look.
Minutes.
I mean, you know, I think I finally set up. I got there at 5, and I finally set up at maybe 7:30, 8.
Oh, yeah.
Because like I did, you know, I was trying to think of the other crowd. Like I wasn't really trying to think of the early crowd because I was like, I know the early crowd, they want stuff for a bargain, or they want to find the stuff that like slips through the cracks.
Yeah.
You know, like the stuff that people don't know is valuable, or they don't price it high enough. You know, so.
And also to the person that, you know, you said 5 and then they said 4, like, fuck them, because like in a lot of ways it's cool, I get it, you have to negotiate, but just like $1 is not gonna break the buyer,
right? Because
I try not to lowball people nowadays.
Same.
And I've learned that because I don't want to get lowballed.
Yeah.
So when somebody, you know, I go to the swap meet and I pick every day, and you know they tell me give me $5 for that.
You just give them $5.
I just give them $5.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm gonna make $15-$20.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. I say that all the time. I say if you pick up something and you get a price that you know is like considerably less than what it's worth, like you should just pay it, thank them, and walk away.
They just want to win the negotiation. That's what it's not even about the item. Or the money.
No, they just want to
win.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I notice they're just being a little bit aggressive and trying to control the negotiation, they'll say 10 and I'll say 15, and then will you do, like I'll go up.
Right.
Like if I say it's 10 and they go, will you do 5? I'll do 15.
Right.
Just to fuck with them.
To show,
I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
well, you know,
but in a joking way, because I like to have good vibe. But
I like to introduce the coin flip on that, right? If they wanted, if it's 10 and they want to do 5, I'll flip you a coin, 15 or 5,
that.
right?
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Most of the time. So.
Oh, okay, that's why
horrible fucking luck with those stupid coins.
Yeah,
but
all right.
But yeah,
never mind.
But I'm down. I'm down for the gamble. I mean, look, we gamble. I think maybe I said the last time, but us bringing all our stuff out is a gamble.
Yeah,
right.
And us buying and picking, it's a gamble.
Oh yeah, man. So I mean,
we're gambling all the time.
Or I'll go with what I usually say with gambling. Like I only gamble with this.
With the heart. It's beautiful. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, mine's on the bottom and the other end.
Yeah, I gamble with this. Right?
Understood.
But yeah, no, it was, so yeah, that was it. Yeah, I guess Vegas, we could talk a little bit about it. I mean, I was pulling stuff out of a big pile of stuff on the side of a house. It was an interesting one. And then it was
like a little mini junkyard.
And then we went to a friend of mine's antique store, and he had some interesting stuff. What did I buy from him? I bought a signed Keane pamphlet by Walter Keane.
Yeah, what was that, Planet of the Apes animation cell?
Oh yeah, a weird like Return to the Planet of the Apes animation cell, but it's like of a dragon.
Yeah. I picked up one.
Keane did like the It's like him and his wife, but it was really his wife. The big eye stuff.
The one that stole it.
Yeah, the stole it. Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
That was pretty cool.
I mean, I watched it in the movie. I don't know how real it is.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie, but I think it's pretty much like how it went down.
Christoph Waltz is always the bad guy. I mean, it's always going to be the bad.
Oh, is it Christoph Waltz in it?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. He was a good guy in Django. I'm just messing around.
Yeah, he's pretty good. No, not in Inglourious Basterds, was it?
No.
He was for sure the bad guy in that one. Yeah.
No, he's a good actor. I don't know what happened though. He fell off.
Maybe taking a break.
Yeah,
did he win an Academy Award?
So he don't want to entertain anyone?
I don't know. Sometimes they step back, and then maybe prepping for another
role.
Well,
and like people like that, like they'll like drop out and they'll do theater for a while.
Yeah.
Not to say that he's doing that, but I could see him doing
They're
theater.
Like real artists.
Yeah, they're like about the art. I mean, I think most actors are.
Yeah.
Like real actors.
Yeah, I think it both. Like it's kind of like the rap game.
Right.
Like some rappers get in it just for the money, and some rappers do it because of the art, and that's broke rappers.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Rap's so weird these days.
Yeah, there's no more of that.
No.
Hip hop died like 10 years ago.
Well, I think I think you finally there was all this sort of all these stories and stuff, and you kind of like, oh yeah, the labels manipulate and they create things, and then it's like you see the rap today and you're like, oh yeah, totally, this is totally created, manipulated, and just.
I thought you were gonna talk about like the Diddy stuff.
Oh no, I mean that's a whole other level, but I mean that's kind of where it comes from, right? It's like that's sort of the like upper levels of that, where it kind of got out in the open. It's like kind of all that stuff. It's like the stuff that you like kind of know goes beyond the scene, but then, it's never talked about until it like comes out, and then it's like a story,
Yeah, for sure.
But
but hip hop is trash now. Like I mean, there's a lot of rappers that are still doing it.
Yeah.
But I don't like to listen to rappers that are younger than me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna go out and buy the album.
You want to listen to old rappers then?
Yeah, no.
I mean, honestly, the only rapper that's like even like that I have like any interest in over the past however many years, like Kendrick. Like he's like the only rapper because
and he's like 10 years younger than us.
Yeah, he's like 10 years younger, and plus like he actually like to me he's I mean I don't know, I think he's dope. Like dope, you go see him live. I did almost go see Kanye at the SoFi. We'd end up going. Was he at SoFi?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we almost went to go, but that shit looked. My wife wanted to go like last minute and like buy like nosebleed tickets, and I was like half and half, and then but it looked dope. I mean, the stage looked crazy.
I don't think I think Kanye is a genius.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever followed his career in the way, bought any albums, supported him in any way.
Yeah,
I have a direct link to him through my friend, Tattoo Nene did some tattoo on him.
Yeah.
And he tattoos like YG and Ty Dolla $ign and all those rappers.
Yeah.
I actually did some video work with them. But like major rappers like that, yeah, I guess. But I think to me the best rapper is now that's relevant, and he's old. He's older than me. He's like 50 something. Like Sig Jack, the guy that I'm gonna have in my show.
Oh, okay.
So
that's a good segue.
Yeah, good segue. Thank
you.
Yeah, you picked up on
it. There you go.
But no, seriously, like he's really relevant, and he's one of the few rappers that is in his 50s and that stayed consistent and genuine with the music, and he's dope. And now he's doing like more Spanish stuff, and he has a huge following. And he's influenced rappers like what's that?
Bad Bunny.
But the other dude from Mexico, he was huge too.
Peso Pluma.
That guy.
Yeah.
So they all were fans of Psycho Realm, and they all were huge fans of the whole Sick Side. Huge fans of that, and they're all influenced by Sig Jack.
Yeah.
Because he's the king of Spanish rap, and if you ask them, they'll give it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So he's gonna be at fleacon?
He's gonna be at fleacon, yeah.
Is he gonna be rapping?
No. I think he might do a DJ set.
Okay.
Because he does Spins 45s.
Oh, nice.
cool.
And then also Big Sleeps from he's a graffiti artist and tattoo artist. He's been having medical issues lately with his kidneys, trying to find a donor. So he got into a whole find a kidney.
Has he found one, or
I don't
are you
know.
still trying to look?
I think he's still trying to look.
That's why he's going to be at fleacon looking for a kidney.
Maybe somebody might be selling one on their table somewhere. But hopefully one of the vendors has one. But no, they'll be there. You know what I mean?
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
So tell us about this. What else is going on at the FleaCon this? When is it exactly?
Yeah,
on Sunday. On Sunday, April 12th.
Oh, sick.
April 12th.
Artesia or what city?
It's going to be in Boyle Heights.
Boyle Heights, okay.
Okay.
The name of the venue's called Coyote Studios.
Coyote Studios.
They have events there all the time.
Okay.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, there's like a Cyclops lab or something.
I think
like
I'd get confused with El Coyote, like over on the west side. That's
No, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I've heard Coyote Studios.
Okay.
But maybe.
Yeah, you have. You probably have. Yeah,
I probably have.
There's been performers and they do like rock stuff and hip hop stuff.
That's cool.
So,
But
how many
Studios,
vendors
Boyle
do you have
Heights.
this time?
me personally, I have about 7, and then
Okay.
I know they're gonna have a handful of them too.
Oh, cool.
And then I think at the end of the night they're gonna have live performances too. But by that time, our vendors will be gone.
Gotcha.
So it's an all-day event.
Nice.
Interesting.
So they're gonna have food.
What time
drinks.
is that? So what are the hours of that?
9. It starts at 9 a.m. until the vending from 9 to 3,
Okay.
and then I think the show starts like at 5 or 7 or something.
And it's all indoors, right?
Indoors and outdoors.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was supposed to do Rose Bowl this weekend, but I heard it was going to rain.
Yeah,
so.
weather's going to be.
But it's early in the morning. Yeah, but the Rose Bowl is early in the morning.
Yeah, so
I
I'm
think
kind of.
at 8 or 7 is gonna stop raining.
Oh, really?
Okay.
It's like early in the morning.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Like
okay,
2 in the
so
morning.
maybe
Great.
that's
Okay.
maybe that'll be okay.
I don't want it to
then.
ruin my Sunday evening plans.
Yeah.
Well, it's not gonna be in the evening, no.
Great.
It's early Sunday morning. I believe it's gonna rain.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was
Yeah.
talking to Dallas Rains on the phone.
Dallas rains.
Dallas Rains.
Yeah. I don't know.
Doppler 7.
I trust
7.
my iPhone more than that, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, it's early in the morning.
I don't know if that's.
It shows like 3.
Yeah.
Like by 6 is not even gonna.
Yeah, that's always
Okay.
changing. Always got to check the night before
Yeah,
too.
that
Yeah.
sucks. It's gonna rain on the event.
Strange weather for this weekend.
I haven't done the Rose Bowl like in a year and a half.
Yeah, I've only been doing it lately. I mean, I go out there usually I started going out there again. I mean, like for me, it's like I kind of like it. I mean, I have a couple dealers that I go to see there, but then, because a lot of the people don't like, a lot of people stop going to it. I feel like there's like less competition. So if you do find something good,
okay.
there's like a better chance. But paying $20 to get in kind of sucks.
That's crazy.
And then I've been vending there only because like the person that I've been getting the space from is like in the I think it's like HH or it's like the H row, so it's like it's in the orange lot, but it's right against the fence.
Yeah.
So you're in like the main row.
I've had that.
So that like to me, it's like even like on a bad day, I've done okay because there's just so much traffic that and then this time I was gonna bring clothing, so I figured like because I don't really do vintage clothing, but I have stuff and I'll buy it if it's like more like if I get somewhere like even kind of crazy like this weekend last week in all this stuff. I think like there was like stuff it's hard to explain if you weren't there, but there was like stuff on both sides of the house, but stuff on the other side of the house was like kind of water damaged. But then I found like 4 or 5 T-shirts.
Oh, you're talking about the Vegas.
The Vegas one,
right.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I found like one of those like Black Excellence shirts, like it says, what I'm talking about, like those like 90s, like, and then some other like.
Was
like
the owner black dude or?
The owner of the stuff was like this black guy who was like a dealer and a collector.
Okay.
But he went to like Tuskegee like University and stuff. So there was like I got like a crew neck from that.
That's
and
pretty dope.
yeah, it was pretty cool. I got some cool stuff. So I don't know. I'll have it out at Rose Bowl if it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
Too bad we didn't find any like fraternity branding irons.
Oh yeah,
Like that would be a sick find.
fraternity branding irons.
Right. They have
Yeah.
like the black fraternities do that, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Because I like, I like the paddles, the like
Oh,
the
yeah.
amazing paddles and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's neat.
Yeah, branding always
I
like
barely went to high school, so not
Oh,
near
never.
any college.
Well, I didn't go to college either, but it's part of that culture. Maybe that's why I'm interested in it, because like that college culture is kind of neat, from watching, Revenge of the Nerds and
yeah.
80s
Oh, that
college
dude
movies.
just died too, huh? A few months ago.
The main nerd.
A month or two
Robert Carradine.
Yeah.
Was that his name?
I don't know.
Robert Carradine.
Yeah.
I think he was the Kung Fu dude's brother.
Really?
What really?
I don't know. They're both Carradines. I think they might have been related. I don't know. All right, I'll check that later. Or if somebody
Yeah, I
watching
don't know.
Fact
knows.
check him,
I don't
please.
think so.
Johnny's watching, so
Making
maybe he
stuff
can.
up.
Yeah.
Robert Carradine, David Carradine.
Wow.
They might have been. I don't know if they were brothers.
You're just assuming.
Bill.
I'm starting rumors. Bill Carradine?
Bill. No, Kill Bill.
Yeah. Kill Bill.
Dave Dave Carrot Top.
Yeah. No.
Dave Carrot Top.
Let me see what else this weekend. I don't know. Are we plugging the fleacon still?
Yeah. So if you guys can come out, fleacon, it should be a cool event. See some artists there. And
are you guys doing food trucks or are they
food
providing
trucks? Yeah, I believe the food trucks. I know they're gonna have food and drinks too, so you can get drunk.
Yeah. So wait, when you say you
have you get drunk.
So you have your vendors, but then like what are the other vendors they're gonna have?
I'll find out tonight.
Oh, okay.
And I'll update the flyer with all the vendors.
Oh, but is it mostly going to be the same type of stuff like clothing? I want to say
Mexican
art,
cultural
toys?
lowrider
It's
stuff.
not even going to be clothing because I didn't get no clothing, guys. It's going to be
just
random stuff.
Just random stuff, yeah. Toys and
jellies.
There's a shirt guy, but he makes his own clothing.
Okay, gotcha.
For sure, that guy, and then some pins and like toys and I was trying to get Screws, but Screws has beef with one of the guys that runs the shop.
Okay.
The studio. So you guys got to figure this shit out because it's bad for business, It's a small world and it's a small community. So figure it out, man.
Yeah, that's one thing about, I think, now that I've sort of been in this, like at least here, pretty hardcore for at least, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, 6 years now. It's like, it's like anything else, but yeah, it's like it's funny how people don't realize like how small the community it is. And it's just like, if you do bad business or you're just like an asshole, it gets around, So it's really about like trying to work on, keep your reputation and, being honest with people, which it seems obvious probably to us, but it's kind of crazy how like shady some people are.
I don't want to repeat myself from last time, but I think if you're doing it too long and you're upset being out there, you should change course.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. Yeah.
That's what I did.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Don't make it a bad thing.
Well, that's even me not saying anything to them, the girls that were looking at the thing, that was like the next time I'll talk, because that's what I'm saying.
I think you're like you have a lot of information. Like you're really knowledgeable and shit.
I think it's just like I think I get to that point in the day of the flea market where I'm just like kind of getting mad, not at them per se, but just
general.
Oh no, this is a perfect example.
You looked at your pocket, you're like,
this is a perfect. Well, that too. Yeah, I was like, how do I only have $2 left?
Yeah.
Like the one thing that was annoying, and I'm glad I almost went to the next level. So, so it's kind of a like, long story short, I'd given a guy a bin to look through, and it just had a bunch of small stuff like little pins and patches and stickers. And I was also looking at it because I told him, I said, hey man, this is something I pulled out of my basement. Like it might have some of my personal stuff. So I'm just going to like be pulling a couple things out. Right. And then this guy walks up with his son, and he just starts going in the box, like in front of both of us. And I was like, "Excuse me, sir." He's looking at it. He's like, "Oh," and then so I was like, "You can look at this." And I was like, "Man, in front of your kid too." Yeah. I'm like, "That's why there's stupid kids, because there's like stupid parents." It's like you're going to a flea market and you're breaking like the first rule of flea marketing. You don't like get in front of somebody looking in a box.
Yeah.
But people are weird about that.
Buyer's etiquette, you know what I mean?
I don't know if I said it last time, but I have a buddy who, like last Pierce College, I ran into him. He said that like there was all these like photos on a table, and he started like looking at them. Some guy's like, "Oh, I'm looking at them all," and it's like, you can't do that.
Yeah, what do you have?
You can't look at the whole table. There's one thing is like, if there's a table with 3 boxes, if someone's looking in a box, it's okay to look in the box next to them. Yeah, like there's no like.
No holes, like
like if he chooses, you can't be like, oh, I'll wait till he's done and then I'll look at the next one. Look next, like that. That's fair game. But it's like if you start looking in the box that the other person's looking in, that's where it's like wrong.
Yeah, when he starts sticking their hand while you're
you're looking or pull something in front of you. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Well, that's just being rude. That's just like manners at that point.
Yeah, I know.
It's lacking.
A lot of people don't have manners.
A lot of it's lacking. That's right.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is. Because it's like manners. Like I was like, when I was at Rosebud, I was like talking to some people like, didn't you, like when you were a kid, didn't your mom say like touch with your eyes, not with your hands?
I hear that a lot.
My mom said that to me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, people aren't teaching their kids that these days.
No. And I hear that from the white families a lot.
What?
Like touch with, you touch with your eyes. Not with
it's important.
Mexican families, like don't touch that. They yell at the kid in front of me.
Yeah.
Exactly. My mom would say, "Biao pong." It's like, don't
beer
touch,
pong.
Don't touch shit.
Oh.
Biao pong.
Biao pong.
Beer pong.
I hear that a lot from
Biao pong.
families.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Leave that alone. Don't touch it. Like
Don't touch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the white people are like,
that's how you learn.
You touch with your eye,
yeah,
with your hand.
You don't learn. Get out of here.
I remembered it.
There's exceptions to every rule.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Even though when I was a kid, I was like, I was like, so I can put like my eye on it.
Yeah.
My mom was like, don't be smart.
Yeah, right. Stay stupid. Stay stupid.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, mom.
Yeah,
but
like put it on your like eye. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, how do I do that?
That's just manners at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you you got fleacon?
Fleacon Sunday, yep.
And it's free or is
Free?
it cost money?
Yeah. No pain.
No cover.
It's not. They're not gonna charge you $20 like
Rose
the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be thousands and thousands of people.
The worst thing about the Rose Bowl is like there's like dudes walking around with lemonade and it's like $8 for a lemonade.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's just so
But
wrong.
they put triple sec in it, right?
I don't know what the heck they put in it.
And they put a whole.
I think they just put lemon and water and sugar.
And then they put like a whole pound of ice in it.
Oh yeah.
So it's almost like a shot of lemonade.
Yeah.
Well, at least the parking is free there, right?
Parking's free.
Yeah, parking is free.
Well, there is a paid parking there, but I don't know why people would
I've never
pay.
shopped the Rose Bowl.
Oh, you never did?
You're not missing much.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Well, it depends what you're looking for.
You could still find stuff. I mean,
if you want a vintage T-shirt for $1,000,
yeah. Then again, yeah, it's like shooting deer in cages.
Right.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I mean, I
like picking. I like getting my hands dirty.
Yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of that there, but I mean, Rose Bowl is more curated.
Yeah.
But
I think all these flea markets are like.
Yeah, they're getting to be, right?
Yeah,
I feel like everybody is like.
That's why I go to the swap meets and yard sales. Yard sales are. I mean, I'm not anything new, but
the only thing I don't like about yard sales is I just feel like it's hard to find a yard sale that's not like online. Or do you disagree?
No, I see them on the weekends. Yeah, I see the signs.
And they're not on like Yard Sale Hunter, like just regular ones.
Just regular ones.
Maybe it's a part of town, right?
Yeah, it depends what city you go to.
What's the best city you think for yard sale?
I don't want to.
San Marino.
I mean, I don't mind. That's a good one.
San Marino.
San Marino would be good. Yeah, I don't come out here though, but I do like Lakewood.
San Marino, east side of parts of Sierra Madre.
Yeah,
like
that'd be good.
San Marino,
Arcadia. And all that stuff.
I mean that was like what we had. I mean,
they call it Arcadia.
Arcadia.
Or that used to be before the Asians moved in.
I know.
Yeah, it's Arcadia now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, dude, yard sale. I mean, I love yard sales. I mean, it's not a.
I do.
I haven't
never
been
find
to a good
stuff I
yard
really
sale
want though. I just find like
no, but that's the best part because sometimes you find stuff that like, wow, I never thought I'd find this here.
Yeah, so you got to keep going.
And that happens to me a lot. But then sometimes I just strike out and nothing comes up.
Yeah. That's why I started avoiding them, or I realized that in California, a lot of people will say yard sale, and it's kind of like a permanent yard sale. Like they kind of have it every weekend or like when they open, it's just
certain cities. Cause like, for example, I live in Norwalk and Norwalk yard sales are 80% whack.
Okay.
So like the señoras selling their clothes.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All the dresses hanging from the tarp.
Yeah.
Right.
And if I see that, I don't even
like
bother.
boots and like weird. Like
yeah. And that happens Downey sometimes too. Bellflower, maybe Cerritos, but outside of those cities like Lakewood and Long Beach is good.
Cerritos Auto Square.
Yeah. .com.
Yeah. What's do you remember what the craziest thing you've gotten at a yard sale?
Yeah. One time I just off the top, I went to this yard sale. This was in Cerritos, and like she had a bin full of T-shirts.
Okay.
And I don't know why I didn't buy them all, but I didn't. I was still a young pup.
Yeah.
Picking.
Tupac shirts or
they were Pokemon shirts from the 99.
Damn.
And I got a lot of them. I got maybe like 30 of them. Wow. But there was probably like over 100 of them.
Damn.
And she was doing $1 each.
Oh.
And I grabbed all of them, all the 30. Yeah, I gave her like $35.
You held on to them for a while.
I sold each one for like $25 each.
Yeah.
But there were kid size. But
doesn't matter.
Whatever. The large were good. And then I went back. Because I made a lot of money, and I went back. It's like, nope. I sold
Sometimes
them all.
the kid sizes are great because some of the
the parents
women
want.
or the petite ladies can fit.
Oh, that too, but also the parents like to dress their kids in what they grew up with.
Right.
That's why they like the old school shit. Yeah, I know. I messed up. But I killed it. I like I said, I got like 30 of them.
Heck yeah.
And I made like $400 or $500 on them.
I don't recall ever finding anything at a yard sale that I really wanted. It was like, like I find stuff like extension cords or like, stuff like that. But I never, nothing of ever like, of any value or like really interesting.
I find a lot of my stuff out. Like a lot of my stuff is from out.
But
then again, you guys don't. I mean, not that you guys don't like my stuff, not personally, but you guys don't. You guys are. What I pick is, you guys used to pick 30 years ago. You know what I mean? Like you guys are like museum pieces now.
I guess I mean, I don't know. I mean,
you guys will like my stuff, but you guys won't buy it.
Yeah, I mean, I still buy, I guess that's like part of my, I don't want to say it's a problem, but, that's the one issue that I've like trying to work on when I go to like just go out buying now is my problem is like, I know a little about a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
So like, it's funny because like, I mean, even like, like the mayonnaise, like it's not something that maybe even somebody I thought I would buy, but I mean, to me, it's like, yeah, you would have picked that. For sure. Because to me, it's like, it crosses on like so many different, I mean, especially advertising. It's like anyone that's done this stuff for any amount of time, you realize like advertising stuff and promotional items are always good. Yeah. Especially something like that. Yeah. I mean, once especially like you're not going to see that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's, I don't know, maybe it's worth like I think it's worth like at least $100. I don't know. There could be other ones online, but I mean like it's still worth more than whatever I paid for it, like $10.
Yeah. I would put it like at $60 just to get
something like that. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. No. But so that's the thing is sometimes I'll go to a table and then I'll just end up like just if something's like a really good deal, then I'll, but I mean, I'm still mostly looking for photos and paper, the majority of the time. And so,
See, I think as a seller, as a vendor, we evolve. Like I'm going to evolve eventually to the point where I'm just selling jewelry and I'm old.
Oh,
selling
jewelry. Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind getting there, but I like the journey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I think that's the other thing I think about a lot, right? Because like the people that I buy from, right? They not all of them, but a lot of the dealers I go to, it's like they have a specialty, or they're like pulling stuff for me, and then they're pulling stuff for other people, and I think that's the one thing that's like, I almost feel like, the advanced thing is to kind of focus on like to be that guy that sells,
like Randy, for example.
Yeah,
Randy went through the stage that I'm going through now.
Yeah.
Like I'm assuming he used to pick all the crappy stuff that would sell, right? I mean, because it sells.
Yeah.
But then now he's at some like museum pieces. Like Randy has dope stuff.
Yeah.
Or like Vinny, the toy guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vinny has old like 1930 toys sometimes.
Right. Right.
So like you evolved and they stopped. They all went through the same stage I'm going through, picking all the crappy stuff. I mean, trying to flip $1 into $5 to $10. They buy stuff $400 to flip it for $2,000.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's the thing that is like I avoid the $1 or the $5 things for 10 or 15 now, only because I'm not selling. I'm not like you, where I'm like basically doing like every market, and most of my product comes from that. It's like I'm mostly doing eBay or like fairs or something, and then it's like by the time I get to the flea market, I'm more like, okay, I'm just trying to get rid of shit.
Like I bought a puzzle for $10 and sold it for $275.
Nice.
And that's because my girl likes puzzles. And then she sent me a video of this girl. She put together like this 8,000 piece puzzle, and I watched all her videos. Well, most of their videos. She had like 15 videos on Instagram. Putting it together, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. And then it's just weird, like that week we went to Violin and we saw that same puzzle.
The same exact one?
Yeah, it's crazy. And I bought it.
And why is it so expensive? Just because of
It's from the 90s.
Oh, okay.
It's from the 90s, and it's like this artist or something like that. I'll send you a picture of it. And it was just randomly, we saw the box. It's like a triangle box. And then I was like, damn, that's crazy that we were looking in the video. Yeah. And obviously I recognized it because of the video that she sent me. And I bought it and I told the lady $10. And she said $10. I think I tried to lowball her. And she's like, no. And because the bags are sealed. And I looked and the bags were sealed. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this. But it sold for $400 like a few months ago.
Nice.
Like after you sold it for like $280?
Yeah, like I took a deal on it.
Right.
Because I had it up for $300 and I was like, I need money.
Yeah.
And then also too, I don't want to make it into a sad story, but my father-in-law just passed.
Sorry.
So I was trying to sell a lot of stuff just to keep, because I knew I wasn't going to be going out selling every Sunday. So I'm like, I started selling off a lot of my stuff. Like my VHS collection I sold.
Oh, did you?
I had like 400 dope stuff. No, and I had somebody come over and just buy it all.
I've been doing that too. I had like 13,000 postcards on my eBay.
Wow, yeah.
And now I have maybe like a couple, like maybe 100. Yeah. But I had a buddy come by and just like buy my entire postcard. I was trying to actually one of the reasons not one of the reasons, but while we were in Vegas, I tried to sell my ticket collection, like all my tickets they're all up on eBay mostly, but
what tickets for what though?
Sports, concerts. Yeah. I mean, it was probably like 1,000 tickets, but then it was funny because like the dude was like, all right, yeah. Cause I was like, hey, I'm gonna be in Vegas, cause he's always asking me if I have deals. And I'm like, well, hey man, I have like, 1,000 tickets. There's some, I was like, I was gonna give him a great deal, but then I got to his crib and he was like showing me stuff. And then like after he looks through it, he's like, yeah, I don't know. Then he starts taking me to like his like office in his room and he's got like boxes, like thousands of tickets. And I'm like, yo,
you're just going to add to this.
I was like, now you're making me feel bad that I even like tried to sell you this because you have way more tickets than you even need, but
you're just obsessed at that point, dude.
Yeah. But dude, there's a lot more people doing tickets these days. Like I do kind of tickets like, like, tickets are a category again, like
it's
that
very specific, right? Like
but like people don't really know about tickets, and so and it's all about like, especially with sports tickets, because there's nothing like somebody finds a ticket and they see like Rolling Stones or Led Zeppelin, like maybe somebody's gonna be like, okay, this has some value, but if it's just like a sports ticket or something, people don't like. I remember one time I bought a group of tickets and I'm like looking up the dates and, it was like a box. I think I paid like $50 for like hundreds of tickets. And then like I'm looking through and then I look up a date and it happened to be like Kareem's like first game, like as a freshman that counted like as an NCAA game.
Okay.
Wow.
And I think I sold it for like $2,000 or something, So there are like really important events or like, I might have told the story before. I bought a bunch of tickets from my buddy one time. Actually, at the Glendale show, he had like this big stack of like college football. Obviously here, there's like a lot of you see like USC and like Rose Bowl and like UCLA. And he just had like a stack of tickets. And, he was like, I was like, do you want to sell them? He's like, I don't know. I just bought them. And he's like, I was like, just give me a price. And he's like, $300. And I was like,
sold.
Oh, okay. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. And then like, two of the tickets, I had a stub and a full ticket of I think it's a UCLA football game, and it's in Back to the Future 2 when like old Biff goes back and he's like trying to give the almanac,
the proof of the
proof,
game.
and then
they're listening in the
listening to the game, and it was one of those games where like,
what are you talking about, old man? You said it's over.
Yeah,
exactly.
So that ticket, dude, I sold a stub for like $300. And then I had the full ticket, and like some dude paid me like $1,500, and now I think it's like $3,000 or $4,000.
Wow,
it's crazy. Yeah. It's just some tickets like and it's just weird because for whatever reason too, like that game is a hard ticket to find.
I didn't even know it was a real
I want to
game.
find the you got to find the ticket for the the Captain America movie at the end where he wakes up and there's a baseball game on and he's like, oh, I was at that game.
Oh yeah.
And you got to find the ticket stuff for that one.
Oh yeah.
Just because I feel like anything movie related now, little things.
Well,
like
especially
that.
I mean, the thing you got to think about too, like right now. Like, obviously 80s are still big. Yeah, and so like, another big ticket, I don't know what it's at now, but everybody likes to collect the ticket that like and Ferris Bueller's Day Off, like the game, the Cubs game he goes to or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But at a certain point, it's like you got to think about things that people are going to care about in like another 10 or 15 or 20 years, right? And so you might have people caring more about the Captain America thing than even a Ferris Bueller, potentially.
I want a ticket stub from the, do you remember they had Curb Your Enthusiasm where a guy got arrested and he used the Curb Your Enthusiasm to prove that he was at that game?
That would be a funny one to find. That was a crazy ass, like
that
story? Did you
know what season was that?
No, there was a guy who, it was like he got like charged with like some like super heinous crime, like 1st-degree murder or something.
In real life.
In real life.
Yeah, this is real.
Wow.
And he thought he was, I mean, like he was about to like go to prison probably for the rest of his life. And, you know, he was like, I'm not guilty. I didn't do it. And then somehow, you know, it got to the point where like, he was like, I was like, well, where were you that day? He was like, I was at a Dodgers game. And they somehow figured out that it was the same day that Curb Your Enthusiasm was filming there.
He saw them filming or something. Like they were filming the show.
Yeah, and so it wasn't even, I don't think it was even, I think it was like footage that wasn't even used.
Oh, it was used, but I think later. It wasn't like in production yet, or like it wasn't, I can't say anything.
I don't remember, but it was like they were able to subpoena the footage, and and he was there, and so it got him off.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But that would be a cool ticket. Yeah. I'm trying to like, you know, one ticket that I was kind of looking for, and this was before he passed away, but I was like I was looking up the show where like Ozzy Osbourne like bit the bat off the head, and it was like in Idaho or something.
I heard that story from him, and he said that he thought it was fake.
Probably.
And it turned out to be real.
Yeah. So he thought somebody, because he said that they used to throw rubber bats at him.
Yeah.
And somebody threw a real one.
And he just bit it off.
He didn't even mean to. Like.
But like
that's how COVID started.
I found the I found the stub, so I had it in my like my eBay search. And I must have missed it, but then I realized somebody had posted one recently, went for like $1,600 or something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is crazy, but that would be a cool ticket to have.
Big money.
Yeah.
I sold just movie related. Showdown in Little Tokyo. What was that?
Of course, yeah. Dolph Lundgren, Brandon Lee.
Showdown. What's the other one? Tokyo. The one with Kurt Russell.
Oh, Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
The little rice container that they come in. You know, but when you put rice in it.
Oh, yeah.
We're pointing at you.
Is it a cup?
It's like like the little box that you put rice in. What is that called?
Like the to-go box.
The little to-go box.
Yeah.
Okay, and it had a sticker on it, and it had the video store sticker on the back.
So it's like a promo piece.
A little promo piece, but a small one though.
You had that in your booth?
Was it Egg Foo Young?
See, I would have bought that if I saw it.
Egg
Foo Young Tours or something?
Freedom bought it. Freedom and Lauren.
I Can't Quit You, Baby. They're very smart.
No, I love that stuff. I love like that stuff is always good.
And right now I have a trailer on film.
Of what trailer?
It says Alien 4.
Okay.
Resurrection.
Yeah.
But it's a trailer in 2 minutes and 31 seconds.
Some of those
on
are
film,
some of those are valuable.
Yeah.
Because you know, like when you go to like have you like where was it? Not the what's the one Beverly Hills, the Beverly Cinema. What's the one that Beverly that
Beverly Cinema.
Beverly Cinema. Do you ever see movies there?
Mm-mm.
So that's like one of like Quentin Tarantino bought it, and they show like 35 millimeter. So if you go there and see a 35 millimeter film, they'll like cut trailers from old movies.
Oh, dope.
So like people like trailers because if they like show movie, I mean they like people just like to watch them or like present them. And,
I would like to run it, but I don't have a projector 35. But it says. And I pulled it out, and you can see it
and stuff.
Weaver in the beginning. Yeah.
No, I mean that could be. I mean, I didn't look that one up, but I mean, some of them could be pretty valuable.
I'll look it up. Yeah. I mean, it'll be for sale on Sunday.
Nice.
April 12th.
At fleacon.
Yeah.
The address is it's right there in.
We'll put it in
Pacific Union.
Put in the description.
Boyle Heights.
Coyote Studios.
Coyote Labs. Or
Coyote Studios, We'll throw it up by the time people are like, unless they're watching live or whatever. Just real quick, Keith Carradine, David, and Robert were brothers.
Wow.
According to Johnny Ryan, and we got a DJ Snickers that he said you rap, so he's asking you to spit some bars.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't want to embarrass myself enough already.
Yeah,
but
more than you have.
I do have like my album is up on SoundCloud, I think.
No way.
So if you ever want to hear it, you're more than
What are
welcome.
you, MC
Charles
Charlie?
Bronson.
Charles Bronson on SoundCloud.
Remember, I was on. What was the one that I did? I was doing like one where it was like
Ratfink, and it was MC Ratfink.
No, I was doing
MC
one.
Rat Feces.
That's a good one. MC Rat Feces.
What was that one? There was one that I was uploading like these like you could get a beat and then you could just like rap over it and you could upload it.
Some app or
it was some app,
a rapping app.
I was going under Gnarled Mummy.
Gnarled Mummy.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
But did you put out stuff out or?
No, I mean I would just freestyle over these beats and then I would post it, but it got once in a while people would like hit me up and be like, "Yo, that shit was fire." And
I actually put together 2 albums and I didn't burn CDs. I actually got them
on tape.
No, like you can burn CDs, but then you can stamp CDs, like actual CD.
Oh yeah.
Mine were never burned. I actually got them made. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's
like
cool.
actually, and I got them screen printed and everything.
Wow.
Nice.
And I put them inside the floppy disk. The big floppy disk.
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
So I cut those open and then I put my CD in there.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So I was being creative.
Yeah.
I never got that far. I was just like we had.
And
like,
I sold my albums. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like out of your trunk?
Yeah.
Shit?
I would do shows. I would do shows at the Airliner.
Okay.
Over there on Broadway.
Uh-huh.
And I think I pressed up 500 and I maybe sold like 300 of them.
What?
At $5 each. Yeah.
So they're out there.
People would buy 2 of them because they didn't want to open the sealed
Right.
one, and they would just open because it was a floppy disk.
I'm waiting for you to come across your own CD at a flea market.
Somebody said that they saw I gave away my fleacon patch. And then they said they saw it at Savers in a bag.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I go, you should have bought it. I would have bought it off.
Yeah, bought it back, right?
Yeah. And he said he went back. It was gone already.
Yeah.
All right. So someone else.
But that was fleacon. That was probably like 3 months. Within the 3 months. But no, I that would be dope if I see it. I would.
Yeah, I would love to see
it.
stuff coming. Coming back to me in the future.
But if you guys are interested in listening to it, I'll put a link.
Okay, yeah, we'll put the link in the.
I'll tell you what. I used to be dope. I'm not gonna lie.
You're still dope.
Charlie,
you're still dope, man. You're still dope.
That's one thing about the rap thing. Like, to me, being an MC was very important to me. So I would never sold that out. Anything else, I don't care. Like my music videos, there's fleacon stuff. I'll sell the hell out of it.
Right.
Like I'll sell out. But
I'll keep that in mind because I'm about to start doing like music production like next month.
Oh yeah, my brother's a year older than me, and he still makes beats.
Yeah.
But he's one of those guys that he just does it because he loves doing it.
Oh yeah, that's the only reason too.
And he had so many opportunities to work with other artists. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He just like, no, I'm good.
After we watched, me and Greg and I think Lisa, we watched The House That Jack Built recently. It's a Lars von Trier movie. And every time I watch it, I pick up a little something different. And it's weird. He was talking about in these old churches in the darkest areas that nobody goes to, they'd make art. And to put art there, but that art is kind of, it's for God because nobody else sees it, you know? So now I look at all like art that's kind of like, not on the surface, kind of unseen. It's like, oh, it's just art you make and it's just for God.
You gonna rap for God?
You rap for,
Rap for God.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. It's therapeutic though. Like, that's how we do it. It's therapeutic. You know what I mean? Anything creative that we do, it's therapeutic.
So it's like, and it's almost comforting. It's like, you don't need anyone to see it anymore. No. It's like for a higher thing for the universe, you know. So it's just, it's just what it is.
I put on the helmet of salvation. Jesus Christ.
I hate that guy. He's so annoying.
The sword of truth. Jesus Christ.
You know what? If I was looking for religion, that guy would. No, I don't want to be part of that religion.
Hey, different strokes, man. Different strokes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess for some people it works, right?
Yeah. I guess, yeah. Well, if you're a Jesus freak, you love that.
Right.
But if I was, lost in this world, and I need a religion to save me, and that's not going to invite me.
Right. I don't know. Look, man.
No religion. Well, first of all, no religion will save you, right? No. You got to search within. At the end of the day, that's what it's for.
Who will save
That's the journey that Ron is on.
No, I'm beyond that. I'm a step away from the Scientologists.
Well, Ronnie's Chinese. Nice. Ronnie's Chinese, so like they don't really believe in religion.
The blonde hair, really? I thought he was American.
Full-blooded American. I'm trying to fool everyone these days.
Yeah.
What's your Chinese name?
Oh man, we're gonna go there.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, let's
I was excited. I was gonna repeat it.
Let's not go there now. I think I've
Mao
given up.
Zedong.
I've given. Oh man, I've been giving out enough Chinese lessons recently. I'm not gonna go there right now.
I love Chinese. My dad used to work at China Times in San Gabriel.
Oh, the newspaper.
Yep.
Yeah,
that was his first job there.
Oh, nice.
And he worked there for a lot of years. So, and we actually used to hang out with the owner.
Okay.
He would take us. I was young. I was like 5, 6 years old, and he would take us fishing. And yeah, we were immersed in the Chinese culture for a while.
Okay. What's your Chinese
Ni
name?
hama.
What's your Chinese name?
Yeah, ni hama. My Chinese name is Ni hama.
Ni hao ma.
Ni hao ma.
Ni hama.
All right.
I
My
know.
Chinese name is Shalam Bao.
It sounds Jewish.
All right.
It sounds Jewish.
I noticed Johnny Ryan had commented saying that he has a ticket from the show that Dave Matthews put feces on the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
His
Wow,
Chinese
that's
name,
sick.
Yeah.
Dave Matthews is a dick for doing that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
and his Chinese name is Something Wong.
Something wrong with him.
So
My
just
brother
reading
still
what
has
he wrote.
my brother still has a ticket stub for our first concert was Cypress Hill at the Irvine Meadows back in '93 maybe.
Nice.
It was the House of Pain, Cypress Hill, Funk Dubious,
Wow.
the Hooligans, which is Alchemist.
Yeah.
The Alchemist before he became and Scotty Kahn, which is James Caan's son. The actor.
It's weird
That's
now
right.
to think back, like that would have been such a dope show.
It was so dope.
I'm sure.
And you know what? It was dope. It was dope.
I remember when I was a little kid. What was the was it like the second or third Cypress Hill? It was like the one that had like the house or like the black and white cover.
The Temples of Boom.
Yeah, Temples of Boom.
Yeah.
I remember like this was like when I still lived in Connecticut. My aunt drove me to the mall, like Trumbull Park Mall, I think it was, and she's like, let me buy the Cypress Hill tape. And I remember we were listening to it in the car.
Yeah.
And she didn't even like. It was just funny. I don't even know why. I mean, I must have just liked it because
Cypress Hill had 3 classic albums in a row.
Yeah.
The first one, self-titled, Black Sunday, and Temples of Boom.
Yeah.
All classic albums.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no debate. I don't care what
No,
anybody says.
they're
Cypress Hill were like are the Rolling Stones to me
of
hip
hop.
Just in general.
Yeah, I never got to see them. I did see Prophets of Rage.
Oh, okay.
That was like the closest.
With Chuck D.
Yeah, but wasn't the dude from Cypress
Real.
Hill? Be Real, yeah. He was
Be
like,
Real and Chuck D.
Yeah, Be Real
They were
and Chuck
both
D
doing
were
it,
doing it. Yeah,
which
Be
is
Real.
cool.
It was cool. It was all right. It was
Cool.
fun.
No, but I've been following Cypress Hill forever since I was like 14, since they came out in '91.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
We had like in elementary, well, like in 8th grade, we had shirts, and it said "Stoned is the way of the walk" on the back. Like we were rocking weed shirts
Yeah.
in school, and then nobody even knew what the hell we were
Yeah.
Oh,
wearing
I'm sure.
at
Yeah.
all.
I
So,
didn't know what weed was back then.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
That was so funny because
Well, we knew what weed was, but we never smoked till I was
Yeah.
like 17.
I wasn't even sure because I listened to hip hop from other friends. I may not have been into it, and then like one kid I knew that only liked rock and roll. He told me he liked Cypress Hill, and like he smiled, and like I didn't get it. But now when I think back, I was like, oh, he was telling me he smoked weed.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
one of those things.
Right.
Yeah, Cypress Hill's the best. Anybody can
Argue.
no argument with that.
Plus, like the artwork was always dope,
Dope.
too.
They're mystery.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
a mystery about Cypress Hill.
Yeah.
You didn't know if they were black, Latin, where they were from.
I was
Mexican.
just gonna say they're black.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Sindog is Cuban, but he's black. He's a black dude that
Right.
speaks
Right.
Spanish.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, they're dope. They're the best.
Heck yeah.
And then, so Cypress Hill, going back to fleacon, Cypress Hill put out a group called the Psycho Realm in '97.
Okay.
He joined the group, and they put that album out, and that's where Jack and Duke are from.
Gotcha.
So Sick Jack is from that.
All right.
And there'll
Cypress
be a
Hill family. He's
fleacon.
from Soul Assassin, and he'll be a fleacon.
Soul
Actually,
Assassin,
he's
I know.
been at my fleacon events before.
Nice.
I've had this would probably be like the 5th or 6th fleacon event,
Yeah.
Dope.
and he came to maybe the 3rd one,
Okay.
and it was successful.
Yeah, I feel like the last one I went to was in El Monte.
Yeah. Yep.
That was a good.
Yeah, I'll try to. I should be able to. I'll swing by, even if. Well, I guess if I do Rose Bowl, it might be a little. I don't know if I'd make it because by the time I would get there and leave. But
we'll plan it out.
Plan it
What
out,
you're gonna sell? Oh, because you gotta sell.
well, I'm planning on it, but I if it was gonna rain, I wasn't gonna do it.
Play it by ear.
Play it by ear. Yeah.
I'm
if I
gonna
don't do it, I'll definitely.
I'm gonna
do
try
it.
to party Saturday night and come home early and. Be
what are you into now? Like, you just like to party? You're into the drum and bass stuff, or?
I've been going to drum and bass parties, but then I had a college buddy that plays like at these warehouse underground, like house music stuff. So I've been going to that, and I've been having fun with those. And
college buddy that you guys went to college with, or he's at college now?
No. We went to college together like 30 years ago.
See, Ronnie could still go out and party because I mean, like. People could look at him and be like, "Oh, he's like in his like 30s."
Yeah.
Like where me, it's like if I'm out there, like, "Oh, that guy's old."
Yeah.
Ronnie
shave or dye your hair. All I did was dye my hair. You shave your beard, dye your hair.
You should shave.
I lost a little weight. You
should color your hair black so you counter him.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that.
I don't.
I know I could. I was thinking about dyeing my beard just for fun.
There you go.
To see what it would look like.
Call you dye beard.
I look like Eminem.
There you go. Your beard is weird.
It always looks weird when
you remember when Machine Gun Kelly dissed Eminem, and he started his whole song against him.
Yep, absolutely.
He said, "Your beard is weird." Yep. That was the best line ever.
That's a good line.
That's the best line ever.
Yeah, I mean, I love Eminem, respect to him, but that was
funny.
It does, you can really tell when someone dyes their beard. It's just one of those things.
Don't do that.
No, I don't care.
We'll let Ron do that because it's his hair, but don't dye your beard.
I don't think Ron can. I don't think he can
grow a beard.
He can only grow one long, like just hair down here that just.
You do is that an Asian joke again?
Yes, sir, it is. You know it is.
He does. Was it? What's the guy? Pai Mei. Yeah,
from Kill Bill. Another Kill Bill reference.
Tarantino's been on fire lately, right? Like he's been dissing a lot of people.
But now he's working with Paul Dano. First he was dissing Paul Dano from There Will Be Blood.
Maybe he rejected him. Maybe Paul Dano rejected
Probably.
So he took it personal.
I don't know, but now
like, how dare you not want to work with me?
Or now, I mean, they're cool. They're like working together or something. Yeah. So I don't know.
You can't hate on Paul Dano. Yeah, that's some weird shit. I think what happened is like usually sometimes Quentin, he figures someone will agree with him, but I don't think anyone agreed with him on that.
Yeah,
that was like one of those things. Be like, bro, you're tripping. Like he's dope.
Maybe if he was talking about the Batman movie. That was him, right? In the Batman movie, he was the Riddler.
He was good in that shit.
I thought he was good in that.
I liked it too. I'm just saying, for most people.
And by the way, I think that he's been the best Batman since Michael Keaton.
Wow.
Who?
I kind of
this last
Robert Pattinson. I just like the movie. I tell people that
it's rewatch it.
It's my favorite.
See, the thing is that a lot of people get confused because they think that the Christian Bale one was good, but it's not. The reason those movies were good because the villains were good.
Yeah.
Not because of Batman.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? And you can go either way with Michael Keaton or Jack Nicholson. It's 50-50 because he makes that movie, but then this guy.
You're right.
But this last one, the villains are good. But Batman is the star of the show.
Right.
Batman and Detective, what's his name? Commissioner Gordon. Those two, that duo is very good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, you're right. And that's really more the dynamic of
the very comic book.
The comic book is that's what I say. And I'm like, if your favorite Batman movies or if you're not into this Batman movie, I don't know.
Also, you know what duo it should take if there's awards on about duos or whatever. This Knights of the Seven Kingdom.
Oh yeah, that shit's dope.
That's dope.
The new Game of Thrones, right?
That shit's better than all the Game of Thrones.
I think so. I liked it.
I like the House of Dragons too, but this is
I was telling Ronnie, I love that one. It was so good.
I'm hyped to watch that.
Egg.
Yeah.
Egg Kid.
I don't want to spoil it, but they changed the title at the end of it.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's anybody that doesn't watch Game of Thrones, start with that, you'll be happy.
Yeah, that's a good one. My favorite villain is the King Tut from the original Batman series.
King Tut.
I don't remember who the actor was, but I always liked him.
From the 66?
You talking about the
66
Adam West?
Yeah.
I used to watch that.
Oh, I think we all did.
I think we all did. Because that was like, when we were kids, like they were definitely like, that was in like reruns.
That was the Batman.
Time.
The Batman.
Yeah.
That shit's...
That's dope.
Yeah.
I think we all grew up in... American pop culture is the best since the 60s and 80s.
Yeah,
60s, 70s, and 80s is the best.
Yeah.
Maybe even the 90s too.
Yeah, with TV syndication and worldwide stuff, right?
I've been watching a lot more movies from the like 90s and early 2000s just because it's just like a different time. It's like pre-internet, pre-cell phone. Like people were still trying to be funny. They weren't worrying about like people being offended or pissing people off. It was like, to me, that's like what's kind of wrong with the world.
Yeah.
You know,
even the way they
good
shoot
comedy.
now, if you notice, somebody pointed this out. I might have seen it like on an Instagram post, but the way they shoot movies now, they center. It's like they center all the characters now because people watch their phones vertically now.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So a lot of the shots, even though they're shot widescreen, but a lot of the stuff that's going on is right in the center.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You know, as opposed to like back in the days, you have, you know, you're on. I went to film school, so I love film.
Yeah, it was
Left
weird
or
too
right.
because I was telling Ronnie before, like I've been having like the past few days, I've been having trouble getting on Netflix, and so.
As in, you can't log in.
No. I just wouldn't load on my TV, but like other apps would. So I was like, let me go on my computer and see if it's something wrong with my account. Yeah. But I realized like the interface from the TV compared to I was like, wow, this is totally optimized for the web.
Okay, yeah.
Like Netflix was what I mean. Like it's like it was just interesting.
Why bother doing it in your TV? We could just be on a computer or a phone.
Well, I'm just saying, I think most people are on their computer. Right. You know, I think like people don't even, or they're like not even, you know, it's like, yeah, like you're not, like I think a lot of people these days aren't even, you know, they're getting a TV that you can just stream to.
Yeah.
Or, you know, and they're like, have it on your computer. It's not like they're really watching it.
It's terrible. I used to love TV.
I know.
And I love I love programs. Like, I don't want to be picking what to watch. I like going through channels.
Like just like a TV guy.
Show me. Don't
yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate the freedom.
It's almost like harder now to find something good because
because you're just scrolling. You have too much choices. Too many choices, and I get anxiety. Like
God bless America.
God bless America.
These days it's just like which Harry Potter. Whenever I put it on cable, it's like there's always a Harry Potter.
Well, now you're gonna have the Harry Potter series with Black Snape.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was like, dude, they're doing a new Harry Potter. They're remaking Harry
Black
Potter.
Snake is a black dude now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Does he rap?
Yep.
It's weird. It's like it's almost like
he's hippity hop.
It kind of makes more sense. I mean, as far as like, it doesn't make sense. But then I guess the whole like, are they trying to say like Harry Potter's mom was like racist? That's why she rejected Snape. Because in the book, you know, like, you know, that adds this weird dynamic. I'm wondering
who wrote those books.
J.K. Rowling.
It's a female, right?
Female, yeah.
Isn't she like super racist?
No,
it was just she was just talking about like the transphobia thing.
Yeah, she was. I think she was just very much against like the whole like trans and women's sports and so like the.
You know what? A lot of the views. I don't want to get political, but a lot of the views on the right side that they have a lot of points. I agree with them, but I don't want to tank the country just because I don't want to deal with fucking trans people. You know what I mean? I don't want to tank the world because I don't want to deal with trans people. Believe me, I'll get over that part.
No, but you know, like that's why I don't really get into politics, because I think there's like all these surface issues, because I think if you really start talking about the actual like the intricacies of it, right? It's like, you know, it turns into like this thing where it's like, no, that person hates anybody that's trans or gay. Yeah. And it's like, no, like no one's saying
like
that.
I don't agree with a dude swimming or wrestling females. I don't agree with that.
I don't think
most,
the problem is I don't think most people do. It's just that they turn it into this thing where it's like like, again, I don't really want to get into it, but it turns into this other, it turns into a whole other thing. And the reality is like, you know, we're all very tribal as it is, like in general, and there's this like idea to kind of like avoid that nature, but it's just the way it is sometimes.
Right.
But then like there's also the fact that like, you know, most people don't care, right? Like again, like I shouldn't even say it.
It's okay to say it.
Well, no, I was gonna say like even like the abortion issue, right?
Right.
It's like even like was it Roe versus Wade, right?
Right.
It was still like you couldn't do it after a certain trimester. Right. But then
you can't kill a baby when it's 8 months in your stomach.
Yeah, but then there's like this weird thing, right? Because then you're like, you know, to me, pro-choice and pro-life are so like matter of fact, because if you believe in pro-choice, then you should believe that you could kill a kid. You know, you could kill a kid at 8 months. And then people would be like, well, that would never happen. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, well, that's why we shouldn't make it so black and white. And the real answer should be, it should be between the patient and the doctor.
There should be some, yeah.
That's all. Like, it's really no one else's business, and that's how it should be.
Same thing with the whole trend. Like,
it shouldn't be the government. That's
people shouldn't care about stuff that's
to
not
me. That's what I don't
nosy
like.
people.
That's to me what I don't like about like the left right now is like I grew up as like a punk. It was like everything was very anti-government, anti-establishment, and I feel like the left now is like they want the government to control everything. They want the government to make laws.
Yeah, they're brainwashed, man.
Like, you should make a law for this. There should be a law for this, and it's like, no, like I
want them to leave us alone, man.
Yeah, I want the government to leave us alone, and like in our communities, we can all kind of create the world that we want to live in. Because for the most part, like most Americans, I think, get along. Like you go out someplace.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's a lack of communication.
It's a lack of communication.
I think if we were all to hang out, like literally hang out, like this white, these Mexicans, if we were to hang out, everybody would just love each other.
Yeah.
And there's extreme on the left, there's extreme on the right.
Yeah.
That's the silly part.
If somebody went out and organized all this and it happened, they would just assassinate.
Well, I think what you have to realize is there's people out there that are trying to divide us for their purposes, right? For control, for power, for money. And, especially in America, because like, we're like the only country in the world that really has free speech. Right. You know what I mean? And so even there, they want to like try to get people to like be like, oh, well, there should be limits, And I think that's where, you have other people kind of coming in and like sort of telling like us what we should have, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, just, whatever. But I love art, and that's the only freedom.
Well, and I think that's why I try to like stay away from like I barely ever post political shit on my like Instagram. It's like I'll talk. I mean, I love politics. I like listening to politics. I like talking it, but I like talking it between my friends or other people. I don't like,
I do too,
But at the end of the day, I'd rather be talking about art. I'd rather be talking about collecting. I'd rather talk about movies, music. And women. These are women. These are all things that everybody.
That's only you, Ron.
We like men.
Yeah, you talk about
gay.
men.
We're trans men. Transmission.
Call me sir, ma'am.
It's ma'am.
Call me ma'am. Yeah, it's ma'am.
It's ma'am, sir.
We're not going there.
We're not going.
Call
there.
me Sheehy.
No, see, like this was the thing, right? Like, I remember when. I'll say one thing. I remember, like, there is, like, again, I think people just don't like, there's just people that are creepy, right? Like, there was this guy that used to come, like, I remember, like, he used to show up randomly at, like, parties, right, in Brooklyn, like, at bars, like, whether, like, dance parties and stuff, right? And it was this guy, and he was, like, he'd come and wearing, like, a women's wig and, like, a dress, but you look at him, he's, like, a dude, right? And at first, you're like, okay, he's just doing his thing, and then I remember once, like, the dude was like, getting like excited and like rubbing up against girls. And then
it was a disguise, so he can.
So I think it was like a disguise where, and it's like that's, but like.
That's like an '80s movie, but like the guy that he pretends he's gay, and then so he can be with.
But like it had nothing to do. Like nobody gave a shit that he was like a cross-dresser or whatever.
Until he started pulling out his dick.
It was to the point where he was like sexually assaulting people. Right. You know what I mean? And I think that's where. But the problem is people will bring up extremes of any issue to like. Be like, this is why I'm right, because it's only about the extreme, when really the extreme is such a small part of it.
Right.
And that's what I was saying. It's not worth tanking a whole country because the extreme.
Well, it's like even
exposed more.
It's even like when the first kind of like ICE protests and like people were downtown, and like I remember watching on TV, and you see the guy on the car with his fist up. And you see this blown up Waymo, and everyone just all of a sudden thinks like
the whole
LA is burning, and there's this whole thing, and to the point where
like a corner.
people I knew were like not like, oh, I'm not gonna come to LA because it's crazy. I'm like, dude, it's like crazy on like one block.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's like there's
what's the show? They have to put on a show on the news.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like it's just a like, you know,
Whatever.
it's a show. Everybody loves. Everybody wants.
I like
it,
how we said let's not get political, and we completely got political with the whole conversation.
It's a sign
I
of the
love
times.
it.
It's just
that's how we are.
Let's fight, guys. You get ready to fight? Let's fight.
Yeah.
Dude, I was up. Yesterday was tough. I think yesterday was tough for everybody though. Like after what the president said.
Oh, you know what? I was at a funeral yesterday, so it was tough.
It's tough for
this whole month has been tough for
me.
So.
But hey, wait, is retrograde done today?
Actually, tomorrow we're in the post-shadow phase. Tomorrow, officially, the 9th is the end of the post-shadow phase, and we'll be completely out.
Nice.
So we're towards the end. Yeah,
I never believe in that shit.
What does that
Ronnie.
mean? What are you guys talking about?
Okay, so Merc, I think about 3 times a year, the way the planets rotate and stuff like that, Mercury in relation to Earth looks like it's moving backwards.
Okay.
And during that time, there's just weird, funky stuff that happens on our planet. And I guess they've been doing enough documentation and stuff. Even I've noticed stuff like, it's weird. There's like more celebrity deaths and stuff. And they're saying don't buy any electronic items or don't do any big things, traveling, this and that during this period. Mercury
Because of the
retrograde.
magnetic field or something?
I don't know the science behind it, right? I'm interested in the astronomy.
I believe that
science
too. I believe in energies and all that.
The astrology side, I don't know too much, but it's enough to notice and to look at the calendar and be like, this weird stuff's happening. A lot of miscommunication and stuff. Exactly, you know. So it's like, I mean, it's worth taking note, and it's like it's interesting to talk about.
Pretty dope.
Yeah,
I think space is scary as fuck, like that.
Yeah.
The idea of
I tried to never go there. Yeah. I'm so scared of it.
It freaks me out.
You know why I don't want to go to space? Because you get Star Wars.
Oh,
stupid.
That was a good joke.
All right.
Okay, Yoda.
All right, let's see. Any more comments before we wrap it up? It's been over
The Handmaid's Tale.
Any questions?
Not really. We're good.
It's all good. Well, dude, Charlie. Yeah. It's been over an hour.
Thanks so much. You're one of the rare second appearances.
You're our second appearance.
Yeah.
Thank you. I wanted to be the first guy to have multiple.
Yeah.
Is he? Is Charlie the first guy?
Johnny was.
Yeah, you told me somebody else was.
Johnny was
on
twice.
it, and then he was on Christmas.
Yeah. So you're tied with Johnny Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right, though.
Let's fight, Johnny.
The next show we'll have you and Johnny Ryan.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we'll do a hot dog eating contest.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Glizzy eating contest.
No, that's too, dude. Not in here. That's too messy.
Yeah.
All right.
It's too messy.
All right.
Maybe we'll do a Panda Express eating contest.
Ooh,
I'm down. Another Asian joke.
Well, no, we rock Panda Express pretty kind of regularly now.
Panda Express, Ike's,
Ike's,
Macy's. Yeah, shout out to Biwali's. We went there today.
Yeah, we went to Biwali's Vegan. That's like down. It's like a I think they have one in Venice too. It's like bomb.
You guys ever had Monty's?
Yeah, I like Monty's.
There's 2 Monty's.
There's one in Norwalk.
There's the Monty's Good Burger, which is the vegan spot, and then there's a Monty's that does like chopped cheese and
fried really?
chicken.
Yeah, fried chicken and waffles.
Yeah, you're talking about chopped cheese.
They have one in Alhambra, I think.
Yeah, right off the tank.
I fucked with Monty's like when the Impossible first came out, but now I don't like.
That's a different one.
That's the Good Burger. That's the vegan place. That's the one with the dog logo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Monty's is like a chopped cheese.
Yeah. Oh, there's another Monty's.
Yeah, and then fried chicken and waffles.
Okay.
Well, they just opened one in Norwalk like a few months ago, and my son works there now. So.
Oh, sick.
Let's go.
Russell's there?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll go there with you.
Young Russ.
I've been wanting to go to Monty's, but the one in Alhambra, whatever.
Yeah, if you come out to the one in Norwalk, we'll go in there and they'll hook it up.
All right, yeah. I'll make plans. I'll go there.
And guess what? The owner is Asian. Look at that connection.
You guys might know each other.
Yep. You guys are all related.
Yeah, we do. We
do.
We know each other. Yeah, he's in my Rolodex.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
What a beautiful time.
Yan can cook.
Did I already switch views? I think I did that by accident, but that was
yeah.
All right. So thanks again to Charlie.
April 12th Sunday.
April 12th.
Maybe
Don't sleep.
Rose Bowl this weekend with Greg. Possibly.
Go up the Rose Bowl. Yeah.
Or possibly at Fleacon. He might be there.
I might be at Fleacon.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I don't know. Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we're gonna go live, which is every Wednesday at 5 p.m.
That's right. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Later.
In the Middle East.
True. More than ever.